This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Flush to his right. He's got the first down inside the 10.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. From the gun, here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They run with Hines. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
2nd and 5.
Check 55 to Mike. And we got to get to the ball. 22, check over.
Now it's Carson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Fields. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now Fields. Steps away to his left. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Fields. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Carson, 48 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan, so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
And just 19 sacks as a team last year, the third lowest in the NFL. Yet this team still made the playoffs. With better pass rush as we just saw there, this team could have a longer stay as they seek a Super Bowl title.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Rodgers.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Julio Jones there to make the grab.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here. At the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Rodgers now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Now it's Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Able to push his way through. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers.
Connection made with Chenault. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
3-3. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers. He'll check this down to Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Second and 10.
Tight, watch left. Hey, 88. Mike 4. So we got man. Mike 4.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Terrace Marshall with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's the shakedown, baby. Yeah.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 1, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Buying time to his left. Jones goes diving, and he's got it. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley, and that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To the air again, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play that time for the Titans. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Carson again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Fields eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's checking.
Throwing again is Fields.
Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Flush to his right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. It's the Panthers moving back in front in what's been a seesaw affair. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Fields throw taken in by Ridley here.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. A big play that time on the catch and run. Back now in Nashville. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw is Fields.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Right here, right here. Hey, check Mike.
Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tommy Trimble with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Malik McDowell gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, they'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. Woo! And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That is caught by Lamb. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike, 55. Check. 22, check.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
On the option, a handoff to Carson.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Carson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
This is Chenault on the receiving end.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Touchdown! Nyheim Hines. 38 yards.
And the Cards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And some space here. Touchdown, Titans.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's his second touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Justin Fields
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Titans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because they're locked.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Titans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.